Think about it. If sex alone kept men, no one would ever get ghosted after intimacy. But they do, which means sex isn't enough. What keeps him, what bonds him, what makes him crave only you, happens after. And that's the part almost no one talks about. And the reason why no one wants to talk about it is because what happens in those critical moments after intimacy either creates deep emotional bonding or complete detachment, and most women accidentally choose detachment without even realizing it. The truth is, there's a specific neurochemical window that opens after sex where his brain is deciding whether you're someone he wants to bond with long-term or someone he enjoyed but can easily walk away from. This window only stays open for a short time, and how you navigate it determines everything. Most women make the mistake of either becoming anxious and needy immediately after intimacy, or they shut down emotionally to protect themselves from vulnerability. Both responses close the bonding window and push him away during the exact moment when he's most open to falling deeper. But when you understand the psychology of male bonding and how to create safety in those precious post-intimacy moments, you become the woman he can't stop thinking about, can't imagine being without, and can't help but fall deeper in love with every time you're together. Hi, I'm Gabriel Hart from My Daily Love, and in this video we'll talk about the 5 specific steps to navigate the post-intimacy bonding window. And once you understand how to create emotional safety during his most vulnerable moments, you'll not only become unforgettable to him, but you'll also be able to deepen his attachment naturally without seeming needy or desperate. Step number 1. Understand the bonding window. The most crucial thing to understand about post-intimacy bonding is that men experience massive oxytocin and dopamine shifts after sex, creating a 15 to 30-minute window where his emotional guard is completely lowered and he's neurologically primed for either deep bonding or complete detachment. During this window, his nervous system is in a heightened state of vulnerability. The same hormones that created physical pleasure are now flooding his brain with either feelings of safety and connection or anxiety and the need to escape. What most women don't realize is that this neurochemical state makes him incredibly sensitive to your energy and behavior. He's unconsciously scanning for signals that tell him whether this experience brought him closer to you or whether he needs to protect himself from getting too attached. Think of it like his emotional firewall is temporarily down. Normally, men have psychological defenses that prevent them from bonding too quickly or too deeply, but in those precious minutes after intimacy, those defenses are offline, making him more open to love than he'll be at any other time. This is why the same physical act can result in either him pulling away completely or becoming more emotionally invested than ever before. It's not about the sex itself. It's about what happens in this critical bonding window that follows. Understanding this window gives you incredible power because instead of accidentally triggering his withdrawal during his most vulnerable moment, you can create the safety and connection that makes him associate intimacy with you as the most peaceful, satisfying experience of his life. Step number 2. Don't rush into performance mode. Here's what most women don't realize about the post-intimacy period: the urge to immediately start talking, asking questions, or seeking reassurance comes from anxiety. And that anxious energy is exactly what closes his bonding window and triggers his need to escape. In those first few minutes after sex, many women feel compelled to fill the silence with conversation, ask how it was, or seek validation about their performance. This comes from a natural desire for connection, but it actually destroys the very intimacy you're trying to create. When you rush into performance mode, whether that's talking, questioning, or displaying nervous energy, you shift the focus from the beautiful shared experience you just had to your own insecurities and need for reassurance. Men are incredibly sensitive to pressure during this vulnerable window. Questions like, "Was that good?" or "What are you thinking?" or even excessive talking about random topics all signal to his nervous system that you're not comfortable with intimacy, which makes him uncomfortable too. The psychology is simple. Pressure kills bonding, but presence builds it. When you can simply be present with the experience without needing to analyze it, fix it, or get confirmation about it, you create a sense of peace that he associates with being close to you. Instead of rushing to fill the silence with words, allow yourself to exist in the shared energy of what just happened. Let your breathing return to normal. Stay connected to the physical sensations and emotional warmth without needing to make it into something more through conversation. This kind of presence, being completely comfortable with intimate silence, is rare and incredibly attractive to men because it shows emotional maturity and genuine comfort with vulnerability. Step number 3. Anchor him with admiration. What if the difference between him wanting to stay close versus needing space isn't about the intimacy you shared, but about whether you seek validation from him or give appreciation to him in those vulnerable moments afterward, instead of asking questions like, "Do you love me?" or "Was that amazing?" which puts pressure on him to perform emotionally. Try giving subtle admiration that makes him feel valued. "I love the way you make me feel safe," or "You're so gentle with me." The psychology behind this is powerful. Men bond through feeling appreciated and successful, not through being questioned or having to provide reassurance. When you anchor the post-intimacy experience with admiration rather than insecurity, you satisfy his deep need to feel competent while creating positive associations with being close to you. This approach works because it makes the intimate experience about connection rather than evaluation. Instead of him feeling like he's being tested or judged, he feels celebrated and valued, which opens his heart rather than activating his defenses. Think of it like the difference between a performance review and a genuine compliment. A performance review makes you nervous and defensive, while genuine appreciation makes you feel valued and want to be around that person more. When you consistently anchor intimate moments with appreciation instead of anxiety, you become the woman who makes him feel most successful and valued as a man, which creates deep emotional attachment that goes far beyond physical attraction. From what I've seen, men form the strongest bonds with women who can appreciate them during their most vulnerable moments, because it creates a psychological safety that allows them to be completely themselves without fear of judgment. Step number 4. Use soft presence, not clinginess. While most women think staying physically attached after intimacy creates bonding, the most magnetic approach is soft presence, calm touch, relaxed energy, and comfortable silence that creates safety rather than pressure. There's a crucial difference between being present and being clingy. Soft presence means you're genuinely comfortable in your own skin while sharing space with him. It might be a gentle hand on his chest, synchronized breathing, or simply lying close without needing anything from him. Clinginess, on the other hand, comes from anxiety and the fear that if you let go physically, he'll disappear emotionally. This energy feels suffocating to men during their vulnerable post-intimacy state and triggers their need to create distance. The psychology is simple. Safety equals attachment, while clinginess equals withdrawal. When you can be close without being needy, present without being demanding, you create the exact environment where his bonding hormones can do their deepest work. Think of it like being a warm, comfortable blanket versus a tight rope. A blanket feels comforting and safe. You want to stay wrapped in it. A rope feels restrictive and uncomfortable. You want to escape from it. But here's what most women struggle with when trying to create this soft presence after intimacy. They don't know how to show they're emotionally available and interested while still maintaining the kind of independence that keeps men feeling safe and attracted. The challenge is communicating that you enjoyed the connection and want more of it without seeming like you're going to become possessive or demanding if he doesn't immediately reciprocate with the same level of emotional intensity. That's why understanding how to calibrate your emotional availability is crucial, because men need to feel that you're genuinely open to deeper connection without feeling pressured to provide it immediately or constantly. The difference between women who successfully deepen intimacy and those who accidentally trigger withdrawal often comes down to specific ways they show interest and affection that feel inviting rather than overwhelming. Comment presence, and I'll reveal the 3 specific ways to show emotional availability without triggering his need for space, and exactly how to be present and loving without becoming clingy or needy. Step number 5. Create an emotional memory. Men don't just remember what happened during intimacy. They remember how they felt, and creating a positive emotional memory during those post-intimacy moments determines whether he craves more connection with you or starts to distance himself. This is about understanding that the feeling you help create in those vulnerable minutes becomes the emotional signature he associates with being close to you. If the experience consistently feels peaceful, warm, and connecting, those feelings get anchored to you in his memory. Creating beautiful emotional memories might involve sharing gentle laughter about something sweet that happened, maintaining soft eye contact that feels loving rather than intense, or enjoying a moment of shared contentment without needing to analyze or discuss the experience. The key is that whatever emotion dominates this window becomes part of his unconscious association with intimacy with you. If post-intimacy consistently feels peaceful and connecting, his brain starts craving that feeling, which means craving you. Think of it like emotional programming. Every intimate experience either programs positive associations, peace, safety, joy, contentment, or negative associations, pressure, anxiety, drama, neediness, into his nervous system. When you can consistently create beautiful emotional memories during his most vulnerable moments, you become irreplaceable to him because no one else provides that same emotional experience. The most powerful emotional memories are often the simplest ones: comfortable silence where you both feel completely at peace, shared appreciation for the connection you have, or moments of genuine happiness that have nothing to do with performance or expectations. Now, here's what I want you to please remember. Once you understand how to navigate the post-intimacy bonding window, you'll never again wonder why some men disappear after sex while others become more attached than ever. But here's what most women don't expect when they master this post-intimacy bonding. They start noticing that some men seem to appreciate these intimate moments, but still don't progress the relationship forward, while others become emotionally invested, but reveal concerning behaviors that suggest they're not genuinely interested in commitment. The challenge becomes recognizing when a man is genuinely bonding with you versus when he's simply enjoying the intimate connection but has no intention of building anything serious, or worse, when he's actively using your emotional investment for his own validation while keeping his options open. See, there are specific behaviors that reveal when a man is using you for emotional or physical benefits without any real intention of commitment, and these signs often become most apparent right after intimate moments when his guard is down and his true character shows. That's why understanding these warning signs is crucial, because they help you distinguish between a man who's genuinely falling for you and one who's just enjoying what you provide while planning to keep things casual indefinitely. So if you want to recognize the subtle signs that reveal when he's using you rather than truly investing in you, then our new video will show you exactly what to look for. Please click on the video that's showing on the screen right now, and you'll see the 5 behaviors that expose his true intentions.